Oh man, I was on Instagram and just seeing some crazy quotes and little captions on pictures that just, ah, people, this generation, this world, talk about self-indulged and selfish. I mean, we have a new word in the dictionary and it's selfie. I mean, that everybody is obsessed with themselves and it's just heartbreaking. I know it affects life in many ways, but I'm just thinking about marriages in particular. Women going into a marriage with this princess mentality that they deserve the world and a man is supposed to give them that. And I don't know. It's just so wrong. It's so unbiblical. It's so contrary to what Scripture teaches us. Scripture teaches us to be selfless, to be servants, to have sacrificial love, to love your neighbor before yourself. And it's like the opposite in our society. Our society is so obsessed with themselves and what they deserve, what they want. The lack of contentment is awful. It's just heart-wrenching. The idols of the heart are all material and status and these unrealistic dreams and pictures that you're not willing to work for to attain. Yeah, fairy tales come true, but it's going to be a bumpy road and it'll never be perfect. And I mean, what's a fairy tale? I'm referring to a good marriage. Good marriages exist. They're out there. Biblical marriages, the model that Christ laid out for us in Scripture, but it's not perfect and it's still hard and it takes a lot of work and dedication and selflessness and service and sacrificial love. And that's usually what makes you happier than when all you can think about is yourself and what you want and what you don't have and what you want and you can't get. Because if you're always thinking about what you want but you can't get, you're going to be unhappy. I mean, how can you dwell on that all day? But if you're thinking about serving and loving and sacrificing for the people in your life that you love, how can you not be happy with that? I mean, that's wonderful to see people benefit from your love and your service and your care for them. So, ideally, a man and a woman with that same mentality coming together in marriage is a beautiful thing, because then you're always competing to outserve each other. What did you do by accident? The screw? Oh, that's okay. Bring it over here to me, baby. Come here. So yeah, that would be ideal. Man and woman love each other, outserving each other every day, being selfless, servants, sacrificially loving one another. That is the happiest life I can think of, because you have someone that loves you more than they love themselves, always seeking for your best interest, and vice versa. One of the most miserable lives I can think of is being married to someone that can only think about themselves and what they want and what they didn't get and how you better figure that out, or they're going to make your life miserable too. That would be awful. And with this mentality that's going on in our society, women thinking that way, this little princess mentality, it's just awful, awful, awful. Scripture says in Proverbs more than once, it's better, and in different analogies, like one of them is, it's better to be on the corner of the rooftop than in the house with a nagging wife. Yeah, I agree. And I feel bad for the men that have to deal with that. And a nagging wife is like a constant dripping. Yeah. Misery, I was going to say one more thing. Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, that is just a miserable life. And I feel like it's a mentality that is spread so much among women right now. The princess mentality. Oh yeah, this is something random that I've just noticed. Haven't said anything about it, just noticed it. And I cannot deny that it hits me the wrong way. Selfies. Selfies are 100% self-absorbed, 100% vain, 100% me. Look at me. I don't consider three heads together and you holding your phone out to take a picture of you and your friends, a selfie. I consider a selfie all these girls going in the car, in the highway, in their mirror with their outfit. That's a selfie with that weird new lip thing that people are doing. Shh, quiet. Joelle, please go to the playroom right away. Ivan, go to the playroom right away, unless you're going to be in here quietly. I consider selfies that, like just you by yourself, posing in a sexy face for the camera. It's just funny. I'm sorry. So whenever I see a married woman doing that, I'm worried right away. Genuinely, lovingly concerned. I'm like, because what it paints for me is the starting indications that there's a little selfishness, self-absorbedness going on there, and the wrong mentality of what beauty is, of what, I don't know. It's just so like the world. And if you want to be different than the world, then don't look like the world. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. All I can say is that the whole world is doing that right now. So us as Christian women shouldn't. Let's just not do selfies with sexy faces. It doesn't fit in my mind how it can be justified as what? That's just normal. No, it's not. It's self-indulgent. It's self-absorbed. It's vain. And it's like weird that you're trying to look sexy for who? For who? You know? Anyway, just something to throw out there. Food for thought for all my wonderful Christian moms and women that watch my channel. Thanks for listening to me think out loud. I hope it made sense to you. Have a wonderful weekend.